raining today.
Ho! Ho? Hello! Hello and yo. Ho. Ooh. Hello. So, just got back from surf. I've been back for about an hour, just had some mangoes. That was my exercise for today. Surfing, about 2.5 hours. It's pretty nice. The weather's pretty atrocious outside today, hence the hood and the coat. Yeah, not so great. So, getting in the water is the best thing. Anyway, let's hop to it. So, carbohydrates. Why are carbohydrates bad? Well, as you may have seen on by the picture, judging by the picture I put for the title of this video, you may have seen some things like donuts and biscuits and cakes and chocolate and crisps and things like that, or carbohydrates. So why are carbohydrates bad, and why are those foods bad? Well, the reason they are bad... Wait, what? Carbohydrates are bad? Will, what are you talking about? The reason they're bad is because they are not carbohydrates. No. Why are they not carbohydrates? Well, one would assume that you call a food either a carbohydrate food, a fatty food, or a protein food, judging by its caloric breakdown, its calorie breakdown. How much of it is carbohydrates, how much is fat, and how much is protein. One would assume that you'd call it by the name of the something with most in. If it's dominated, predominated by carbohydrate, you would call it a carbohydrate food. Or if it's predominated by fat, it's a fat food, or you get the idea. So one would assume that's logic. Now the fact of the matter is, the foods such as donuts, ice cream, crisps, and biscuits and chocolate, those 5 things we say, oh, carbohydrates, they're not carbohydrates at all. A lot of those foods have more fat than carbohydrates. They're predominated by fat. Look, check it out. Okay, so let's check, shall we? Let's have a look at ice cream. Ice cream, let's see, ice cream vanilla. Oh, look at that, let's see. So we've got fats, lipids. Lipids are just another word for fat. 47.8%, so practically half fat. 50% fat, pretty much. And 45.4% protein. 45.4% carbs. So there's more fat than carbs in this food. So ice cream, is it a carbohydrate? No. It's dominated by fat, so it is a fat food. Okay. So let's see. We've got ice cream. Let's look at crisps. So crisps, it's Pringles. That's a good one. Pringles, the little guy with the moustache. Oh my goodness. Look at that. So we've got fat, 60%. 60% fat. And 37.7% carbohydrates. So these percentages are in terms of their calories, not their weight. Because as you can see, look, 0.8 grams of fat, 1.1 grams of carbs. So there's actually more weight of carbs, but in terms of weight per calorie, there's more calories from fat in crisps. So 60% of the calories coming from fat. Crisps are fatty food. Let's have a look at chocolate. Chocolate, let's have a look. Chocolate dark. Oh, let's look at milk chocolate first. Milk chocolate. Oh wow, look at that. Almost, yep. 49.9% fat. Pretty much half fat. So more fat than protein again. Sorry, not carbs. More fat than carbs again. Chocolate is a fat food. Okay, let's look at one more. Oh, look at the dark chocolate. The dark chocolate is even worse. Look, 64.2% fat. My goodness. So that's why these foods are bad. It's because of the fat in them. It's because they're not carb foods. They are fatty foods. So let's compare that to some true carbohydrate foods. What's a true carbohydrate food? What does that mean? Well, I will show you. Let's have a look at a classic. I don't know. Let's see. Banana. A lovely carbohydrate food. Look. Now that is a carb food, 92.8% carbohydrates. And look at the fat and the protein. Fat is only 3.1%. Let's look at another one. Let's look at rice. The diet of the Asians and the Kenyans. Let's have a look. Let's look at, I don't know, white rice. Oh wow, look, 91.7% carbs, 1.4% fat. That's why the Kenyans are so lean, because they have rice with no fat in. So these are true carbohydrate foods right here. No no fat in them. These are carbohydrate dominated foods. Look, potatoes, carbohydrate. That's the difference. You can't put all of these things under one banner. You can't put a potato under the same banner as ice cream. They are not both carbohydrates. Hopefully that makes sense. So that's the issue. When carbohydrates are all put under one banner and then they're written off and said they are all bad. Ice cream, chocolate, potatoes, bread, rice, donuts, because they're all the same. They're all carbohydrate foods. They're not. The reason why cultures such as the Asian cultures and Indian cultures, Thailand, Cambodia, well, the reason why they're all so slim eating rice is because there's very little fat in rice, as you just saw then. Rice is low fat and high carb. That's the reason all the high carb cultures around the world, true high carb diets, are all slim. So what do you have to do if you want to stay slim? Eat high carb. Simple. High carb plant foods. So don't let overweight dietitians tell you that all carbohydrates are bad, you want to restrict your carbohydrates. Don't let the overweight dietitians tell you that, because it's a load of rubbish. And also don't let low carb people telling you that, oh, low carb's the best, I've got so much energy, because they're just slamming back coffee and stimulants all the time. You can't. Glucose is the #1 fuel for our body. It's what every cell in our body runs on, our brain exclusively. Glucose derives from carbohydrates. Carbohydrates fuels everything in your body. If you restrict your carbohydrates, you're going to be crap. You'll have no energy to do anything. If you up your carbohydrates until you can't eat any more, imagine how much better you're going to feel. You're going to feel insane. Honestly, you'll feel so good. Not insane, but you'll feel insanely good. So yeah, don't let people tell you that carbohydrates are bad, as I'm going to keep saying it until people realise the truth. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you soon. I don't know why I keep crossing my eyes.